That's a bit of a house, isn't it? Now, if you're a little short bloke and you've got a great big tall horse, there is a great problem of how to get on it. So, down here, and what the bronze plate says is this horse block was erected by desire of the Duke of Wellington, 1830. So the Duke could step up on that block and throw a leg over his horse. What a good idea. I think more high streets should have that. Still got to walk round the front and see who this is up on this pole. Of course it could be the Duke himself. Who we got here? Robert Falcon Scott. Explorer. Okay. Can't really do this justice in a quick sort of run round, but you know, let's have a look what we got here. That would look nice by the side of your front gate, wouldn't it really? Ah, this is Field Marshal Lord Clyde. That's him up there, not her sitting on the lion. Okay. And there's another chap up here with a sword. Probably only used it for making toast. Ah, well, yes, haha. This, of course, as every schoolboy knows, all right, I didn't. This is John, the first Lord Lawrence, the ruler of the Punjab during the Sepoy Mutiny of 1857. Probably a kindly old sort who only killed you if he didn't like you. We need to get round the front of this pole to see who that is. Ah, that's Frederick, the Duke of York, you know, the grand old Duke of York who led 10,000 men. Oh, I can't see him from here. Let's go for a bit of a further walk. Now, for those of you that know London, you'll know that that is Admiralty Arch. And you will know that that's the Admiralty Ballroom or whatever it was called, and over there is Horse Guards Parade. And you know then that if we turn round that way, up that end of the road is Buckingham Palace. And you're probably all saying, go up there, go up. I'm not going to, sorry. I've got other places to go. That's all a bit noisy, isn't it? There's nothing to worry about, they're just delivering hot cross buns for the Duke of Edinburgh's tea. One hopes. Well, I wasn't going up there because I wasn't, and now I'm not going up there because it's all a bit exciting, isn't it? No, we'll carry on the way we're going, down through Admiralty Arch, and see what's the other side of that. Now, I'm a troublesome sort of chap, and I'll pick a fight with a lot of different guys. People were waiting politely for me to film, but if people waited, we'd never get any done. Yeah, where was I? Yes, I'll pick a fight with just about anybody, but I ain't ever picking a fight with the Royal Marine. And just in case you really wanted to, there is a Royal Marine with his rifle and bayonet defending a wounded fallen colleague, and this memorial was erected to remember the officers, men, NCOs of the Royal Marines who died of wounds or disease in South Africa and China in 1899 and 1900. Now, this might start a controversy. In my experience, your average Royal Marine is one of the toughest fighting men in the world. I can hear Royal Marines everywhere saying hurrah and things like that, and I can hear US Marines saying you're having a laugh. Yeah, I'm in England, in London. I'm saying that Royal Marines are the toughest. Yeah, all right, stop hurting, stop. Oh dear, should never make a film with the bootneck holding you by the delicate parts. I've just been chatting with some tourists, very delightful people, and we were talking about the noise, the helicopter, the police, and of course London. Yeah, we've got a little bit of the jitters at the moment. Probably don't need to, but there's all sorts of strange additions to the street furniture. Yeah, not very pretty, is it? But I'm sort of conscious that while I'm filming this, there is a policeman with a machine gun who's looking at me a little bit odd. Yeah, okay. But, you know, we travel in France, Germany, Belgium, places like that, and Holland. And at the moment, Europe has got a bad case of the jitters. Still far more likely to twist your ankle on a paving stone. So, you know, relax, come, enjoy London. It is safe. It's a nice place to visit. It was a little bit difficult because I just had to explain to these French people exactly who Admiral Nelson was and what he was famous for. They smiled and they were very polite about it, and I love the French, even if Admiral Nelson did sort of kill rather a few of them. But there we are. But what this particular barrier is sort of protecting, as we come round and we look at the crowds, this of course is Trafalgar Square, and the first thing we see is the church of St Martin in the Fields, and then we see Nelson on his column. And every English schoolboy knows that Nelson won the Battle of Trafalgar. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, because he didn't actually survive the battle. You know, he was killed by a musket ball fired by a French marine in the rigging of another ship. So there we are, there's Nelson on his column in Trafalgar Square, teeming with tourists and red buses and people on bicycles going home, and yeah. Well, there's actually an awful lot of police people, and I've just been chatting with some of them, nice chaps. You know, oh, there's a nice bus. And let's remember what job it is that the police are doing here. They are here to keep me and you and everybody else safe. And I think, you know, let's give them our support. So I was chatting amiably with these officers because I said, you know, what's going on then? And they've got a minor demonstration of a group of people who want to protest about what the police sergeant said was Leicester winning the cup last year. I'm not sure that's quite true, but it's probably far nicer than the truth. I'm not going to go over there. I don't feel a need to have my pockets emptied out by police people, but they're doing a grand job. The majority of police officers, the vast majority of police officers in England, do not carry guns. Okay, this lot, they all seem to have stab vests on, but you know, and they're good guys. They're just here to keep us safe. So let's support and applaud that. I'm going to walk down that way, not because I want to see the Houses of Parliament. I know you lot do, but there's Big Ben. But I want to catch a train at Westminster Tube Station and get myself home. Now, this part of London you can't turn round without seeing a statue. You know, I turn round and we see lots of statues. Some of them require a bit of a history lesson. And this is Field Marshal Viscount Slim. And a lot of Englishmen will talk of Bill Slim. He commanded the 14th Army fighting the Japanese in Burma during the Second World War. So there we are, that's Bill Slim. They were called the Forgotten Army because they were up to their necks in mud and mosquito bites, whilst all the glory boys in North Africa and Europe were getting all the medals. Or at least that's how the folk history goes. For those who know people that were in Burma, they are most certainly not forgotten. Well, that's Bill Slim. Not quite sure who the next one is. Shall we go and see? The one after that I recognise. Right, which one? Oh, yes, Allenbrook. Field Marshal the Viscount Allenbrook. Yes. The next one is Bernard Montgomery, Viscount Montgomery of Alamein. Some people, most of them called Bernard Montgomery, say that he was the best general in the Second World War. Well, maybe. And as we are doing landmarks, there's the London Eye. Now, I can't walk to that too easily because it's actually on the other bank of the River Thames. There was a time in my life when I used to commute every day to Westminster, and every day I would come out of Westminster Station, and every day I would walk past the front of the Houses of Parliament, and I'd walk about a quarter of a mile that way. Tell the tourists, they'll duck under a camera. Perhaps their boss doesn't know they're in London. Very polite actually, it's quite touching. And yeah, every day I would walk past this place. Now, I've not actually been here pretty much since that time. And of course, this place has been in the news for all sorts of horrible, horrific reasons recently. Let's not dwell on those, eh? That's Parliament Square behind the bus. Double-deck buses are great unless you're a photographer. Yeah, that's Parliament Square with the statue of Winston Churchill on the corner of it. There, of course, is Westminster Abbey. Another day perhaps we'll take you in there. I do have an invite to visit it, but not today. And yeah, Big Ben telling me that it's time I was on my way home.